Hey y'all, this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy, and welcome back for a collaboration venture today. I am collaborating with Marie Walton of Marie's Vermont Creations. And months ago we decided that we wanted to do a collaboration in support of Pride Month. Well, that of course has come and gone, but we are still proud allies, as my project there on the wall shows you. We decided that we would make a project in support of Pride, obviously, and we wanted it to be a banner of some sort. Well, we are both social workers, and I wanted mine to hang in my office, so I went with a single pennant. So I pulled out my Cricut this time, y'all. I have an old Cricut Expressions too, and I used the Artiste cartridge, and I made this shield-like pennant, and this is probably one of my most used images on my Cricut, and that is my color palette. So I have taken just a bunch of different rainbow colors of cardstock from my stash, and in all honesty I don't know where most of this is from. A lot of it's probably old Stampin' Up stock. I was a demo for a little while, and I don't know if I have a lot, but I have several of their cardstock still, which is good cardstock. Anyway, I digress. It's from all over. Some of it's Michaels, Simon Says Stamp, etc. So I just pulled out what I felt were good rainbow colors, and I started adhering them down to my little shield pennant with that tape runner, and it is a Tombow. It's the permanent mono adhesive, and of course if I know what I have and where I got it from, I will have it listed and linked below. But while I finish putting this together, I want to tell you a little bit more about Marie and our collaboration. So back in Pride Month, if you have not seen it yet, I made some cards and I created a video with them, and they were obviously in support of Pride Month, and they are with some great big lips. It's a big old lip stamp from Colorado Craft Company, and I will try to link that video up here in the corner. If I can't get it to go there, then I'll link it down below for sure. But I really had a good time making those cards, and obviously I wanted to support those that I know and love, and want to encourage and support, that are members of the LGBTQ plus community. And that support doesn't stop just because June comes and goes. So that was why we decided to go ahead and go on with our collaboration project. And yes, it's in support of Pride, but like I said, that pride and that support doesn't stop just because we're past the month. So that is kind of the basis, or the beginnings of our collaboration, but we will have more collabs to come in the future. They may or may not be Pride related. We're just going to kind of see where the creativity takes us, but definitely be watching for more from the Handy Scandy and from Marie's Vermont Creations. So with all of that being said, Miss Marie is also a social worker. We're both social workers, and we are both allies, and obviously we're both creatives and card makers, and we wanted to do this. So I've enjoyed getting to know her and supporting one another, and yeah, it's been fun. I love this crafting community. And so in terms of our project, I wanted to go with a single pennant versus an entire banner or bunting or garland, whatever. I know they're all a little bit different, but I just wanted one single pennant because I work with victims of traumatic brain injury and those who have PTSD and anxiety and things like that. So my office is very calming, and I wanted to keep it that way. So I felt like a full-on garland or bunting or banner was going to be a little bit overwhelming. So obviously I want this in my office so folks, when they come in, they know, and they know that they're safe with me. But I didn't want something that would overwhelm the space. So here is my project. And I don't know how, but I lost the footage of the lettering. So there it is. Look at that gorgeous rainbow. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just need to look at that for a minute. I think it's gorgeous. All right, so I lost the footage of the lettering, but let me talk real quick about my next step. I decided that I wanted some texture. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know I like texture and dimension. And so I didn't want it to overwhelm because it's already a pretty bold statement piece. And so I decided I was just going to go with a little bit of heat embossing, and I used the Rainbow Sparkle embossing powder from Brutus Monroe. And this is a beautiful floral lacy stencil from A Colorful Life Designs. Y'all know how I love my ACLD. Oh my goodness, I don't think I make a project without A Colorful Life Design stencils anymore. I just don't think I do. So anyway, I end up doing the whole pennant like this, and I hit it with my heat embossing gun here in a second, and it's so pretty. Unfortunately, the rainbow part of the sparkle doesn't show up on this particular project just because there's so much going on visually already, so I'm okay with that. But we do get the texture and we get the sparkle, and so I think it's gorgeous. It's a bit of gorge on my pennant. So while I finish heat embossing, I want to tell you about the letters, because like I said, I lost that footage, so my apologies for that. But sometimes life happens and we gotta just keep rolling with the punches, right? So I used my Pink Fresh Studios Adore Alpha die set, and that particular set cuts out both the frame around each letter and the inside of the letter, and you can use them together, you can use them individually, you can mix and match. They're a pretty versatile die set. So I cut out of black cardstock, and I think this was a Gina K cardstock. It's pretty heavy duty, and I cut out the letters to create the words Proud Ally, and I taped them together with that same Tombow Mono adhesive tape runner, and I taped them down to my stencil, or to my panel that has the stenciling on it. And like I've said before, if you're going to try to adhere over top of glitter or texture, you really need a wet glue. So I found out that, yep, got to go back and put some wet glue on there. So I did. And once the letters were adhered down, then I added some glossy accents to each one of the letters, just to give them some shine and some prominence. I do, in retrospect, looking at it hanging on the wall, wish that I would have put, like, I don't know, some other type of cutout, maybe a circle or a heart, or even a smaller shield pennant like the one that I have cut out for my overall project. Put that behind the words just to make the words pop a little bit more. But all in all, I really like it. I'm happy with it. So here you see I'm just cleaning up my excess. There's a lot of that sparkle that sticks because there's glitter in this embossing powder. In a lot of Brutus Monroe embossing powders, there's some glitter, and of course the glitter will only stick where the adhesive is. So I'm just wiping that off before I do the next bit. And so I just twist and turn my stencil so that it fills the gaps, and again I hit it with the Versamark and then the embossing powder and the heat tool until I get this whole pennant covered with the embossing. And there it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. So here is my finished project. You can see that I have added some ribbons to both sides. I have the red, orange, yellow on the left and the green, blue, violet on the right, and they look like they just kind of hang there, but really there's constant airflow in my room and they flutter, and they're so pretty. So yeah, guys, I'm Nancy the Handy Scandy, and this was my collaboration venture with Marie Walton of Marie's Vermont Creations. Give us both a like and a subscribe if you would be so kind. We'd sure appreciate it if you would, if you're not already subscribers. I encourage you to hop over and see her video. And guys, this is Nancy again. I'll see you next time for another crafty venture. Thanks. Bye-bye.